guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Talia Lee and welcome to daily uploads in January. Today's video is all about starting a successful YouTube channel this year in 2021, and I reached out to a ton of content creators I know to compile a bunch of advice. I hope that you guys find this video helpful, and also a little disclaimer, I am by no means the most successful here on YouTube, as we can see. I will say I've been doing this for some time, so I've learned some few things along the way, and I've learned some things from other YouTubers who have been successful. I also just want to throw out there that you should never put your success based on numbers. If you're clicking on this video, I hope that it means you are just starting out or you want to start a YouTube channel, and hopefully you can pass this along to other people that you know that are in the same boat. So obviously, to begin, just start. That is like my number one tip, is to just start, because I know so many people want to and they hesitate. So in order to just start, you've got to like pick a day where you're gonna film something or you're gonna vlog and kind of have a general theme or topic that you kind of want the video to be based on, so that you can plan it out a little bit. This doesn't always happen, but sometimes I like to have a rough plan in the back of my head. Or like for today's video, I just wanted to jot down some notes that I had kind of a direction of where the video was gonna go. And of course, that's a little bit different when it's just a vlog. You might be just recording your daily activities, and obviously that's more like on the fly. This is also good so that you can kind of stick to something and not get discouraged just being like, I don't know what to film. Having a plan always helps. Also, finding a routine with YouTube that kind of works best for you, whether you just want to turn this into a hobby like I did, or some people like to turn it into a whole career. Just finding a routine for when you're filming or vlogging, and then when you're going to edit and upload, it always helps to keep up with it and to stay consistent. Another huge thing that really changed the game for me last year, I kind of fell off with uploading whenever I was in college. I would like get busy and I wouldn't prioritize YouTube. I decided to start taking myself seriously, and this is when I saw a lot of growth, not only in like views and subscribers, but also just like connecting with my community more. I took myself seriously and I said, hey, like I love YouTube, so I'm doing this for me, and I'm going to, again, stick to that schedule, stick to that routine. This also helped me with getting some brand deals that you guys have seen on my channel. And people always think if you're just starting that you can't work with brands, which is a whole other separate topic that I can definitely get into at some other point. If you're taking yourself seriously, other people will too. Also, another thing that people are hesitant about when they're first starting their YouTube channel is judgment, and this is a huge thing that I think a lot of people are getting over, because having a YouTube channel is becoming so much more normalized and so much more common. Just know that those friends and family that you're worried about seeing your stuff, they probably don't care as much as you think that they do. Just in this past year, have started sharing my stuff on my Instagram again. People are loving it and they're interacting with it, and people who don't are unfollowing. You just have to kind of be okay with that. But also, that's another tip for starting a successful channel, is you want to cross promote on other platforms that you may have, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. This is just super helpful for promotional purposes. Like, you never know who might see your videos, and this is what really boosted me in 2020, was sharing to different platforms. Another thing to start seeing and finding success in your YouTube channel is to find a specific like saying, graphic, routine that is consistent throughout all of your videos. So a huge thing, and a lot of YouTubers that I watch, is I love watching them make their coffee, and they have it, even if it's the same, in every single vlog, and I just love that and I look forward to it. And so you want something that someone will remember you by, and something that they're also looking forward to in your new videos that are yet to come. It's almost like a statement piece that screams your name and your brand. So all of this goes back to the fact that you need to just get started, because I'm sure all of your favorite creators say that it was the best decision they ever made. So I hope that you guys will make that decision too, to just get started. So getting into the technical stuff, obviously to just get started, you need a Google account. Like, it's as simple as that. This again might go without saying, but that's just how you start your YouTube channel. And you want to find a nice clear picture to use, and you can also easily make channel banners and Canva, which I'll have linked down below. Another thing that people think is you need like a nice fancy camera setup, all these things to have success, and I have been using my iPhone since I started my channel. I think there are only a couple videos filmed on actual cameras, but overall I have grown my channel just by filming on my iPhone. So it is completely possible, even in 2021. These iPhone cameras are like absolutely amazing. Like, I'm not gonna be the first person to tell you that. Don't worry about having a camera right off the bat. I mean, here I am like a few years later and I still don't have a camera. And then as far as editing, I know I still use iMovie because I have a MacBook and it comes free with my laptop, but I know way back in the day I was even using like a Windows Movie Maker. There's so much that you can do with different things that you can download off YouTube, or just like getting creative with, like I said, Canva. Or what I like to do, even though I'm using a free editing software like iMovie, is I make my own green screens in Keynote. If you want to hear more about that, definitely leave it in the comments below. And I also know people people who edit right on their iPhones. You can download the app iMovie and edit right on your phone. I know people who still do that to this day, and they have grown their channel so much. As far as the editing process, I know for me personally, I like to cut out as many pauses and dead spaces as I can, and a lot of my so's and ums, even though I definitely still leave some in there to make it more realistic. You just have to find an editing style that works for you. You don't want to overwhelm yourself every time you sit down to edit a video because you're trying to make it fancy and catchy and all this stuff. Sometimes just keeping it simple is also great, but just find what works for you and what you like to see and what your audience likes to see. There are also so many other technical tutorials. I'm not going to get into everything here because I'm definitely no expert, but if I can find some tutorials for iMovie and Final Cut Pro, I'll definitely leave them down below. Also, if you want me to do a part 2 of this video where I kind of talk about keywords, SEO, tagging, all that kind of stuff, definitely leave your questions down below, or just leave me a comment saying that you would love to see that part 2 video, because I would definitely love to do that. Okay, as far as the money side of YouTube, I hope that none of you guys are starting YouTube for the money, because here I am so many years later and no money has come except for from brand deals, which I can get into. But as far as AdSense goes, you have to have 4,000 watch hours and over 1,000 subscribers, and this is really hard to keep up with. And again, this goes back to just being consistent, and eventually you will maybe see enough success to get the AdSense, but just know there are other ways to make money through affiliate links and brand deals. So here I am under 2,000 subscribers, of course, and I have been working with brands for at least 6 months now. Whether I'm getting sent free product or I'm actually being sponsored for the video, it's definitely possible. You just have to find the right companies that you want to work for, and make sure that once you do start working with brands, you are saying no. You don't want to take everything that comes your way, because your audience can just see right through that and they know that you're just doing it for the money, and that is never fun. And this kind of goes back to like what I was saying, is you have to take yourself seriously so that the brands will too. If you guys want to hear my thoughts on creating a media kit to send to brands, definitely leave your questions down below. I know I personally used Canva, which I said is linked down below. So yeah, if you want to see more on brand deals, definitely leave your comments. Okay, so now I kind of want to get into some of the advice that some of my friends sent in. They all have great YouTube channels, so I'm gonna try to link every single one of them down below, and I highly recommend that all of you guys check them out. But here are some things that they said. So Megan said, just go for it. I wish I would have stopped procrastinating starting my channel and would have gone after it sooner. Nobody in your personal life even cares if you're starting one, and the real ones will support you. It's literally so true, and this is basically what I was saying before. Olivia said, be authentic and don't fall for sub, or like the let's support each other comments. LOL. You'll build a more authentic and engaged following without it. I definitely agree with that. I promise you would much rather have 1,000 subscribers who watch almost all of your videos than 10,000 and only get a few hundred views per post. Sophia said, be consistent, but realize when you're in need of a break. Never feel like you need to push out content that you aren't proud of just to say you got a video up. It's true. Make sure that you take breaks. No matter what subscriber count you're at, you deserve a break. It'll definitely be worth it for your content in the long run, so that you're pushing out quality over quantity. Kaylee said, you don't need any fancy equipment or editing software to get started. Like I said, use your phone and be creative. Make content that makes you happy. Don't compare yourself to others. You're gonna feel awkward for your first few videos. It's true. Just hang in there. It'll feel more natural with time. Simply Summer Lynn said, stop waiting to be ready because you'll never feel ready. Just decide to start, no matter the circumstances or doubts you have. Madison Strong said, don't make content just because it's trendy or will get a lot of views. Make content that you genuinely enjoy making. People will be able to tell the difference between creating content you actually like or content you're just creating to get a view. It's really true. I kind of want to talk about this a little bit because I think it is important to stick with the current trends and challenges and everything, but if it doesn't mesh with your brand well, then don't do it. Again, like she said, just for the views. If it's a fitness challenge and you already talk about fitness on your channel, then go ahead. Like, that makes sense. But yeah, you just have to find a good balance of doing things that are creative and doing things that are trendy. Tyrah Not Banks says, don't worry about niching down too early on. Just focus on making content that you want to make and find what works for your channel. Hates Esther said, just do it. You also don't need some high price editing program. To be honest, iMovie works great. Yes, it does. Meg Dewsnap says, my top tip is to treat your channel as if you're already a successful YouTuber. Keeping this mindset will keep you on your A game and push you to keep going with your channel. I think that's awesome. It kind of goes back to taking yourself seriously. Keara Callahan says, don't be scared of what other people think or say. Do what you want to do and go for it. I've been scared for so many years to start, and now my regret is why didn't I start sooner? These all line up so much with what I was saying before. Adwoa Asante says, make content that you want, but also have a mix of what is searchable. Only focusing on one or the other can lead to burnout. Serena McGowen says, definitely definitely be true to you, but also make sure what's searchable currently. That way you reach more people. It's true. Everyone is saying the same thing. You have to have a good balance. Sophia Nicolette says, be consistent. Also, don't care what anyone else says. Make videos that you want to do, and you don't always have to do what's trending. There are many ways to get an aesthetically pleasing channel by downloading free editing packs. They suggested Brogan Algar on YouTube. I will definitely link that down below. Caroline Doud said, get a ring light off Amazon. That's literally what I'm using right now. They're super affordable. Just go for it. I still use my iPhone and I'm a year in. You'll get more comfortable as time goes on. Jillian Daigle says, remember that we are all starting somewhere and nobody is an expert or great when they first start. Literally nobody. Also, do not get caught up in the numbers. It is so easy to compare yourself to others, but the most important thing is that you're true to yourself, and you're enjoying what you're doing, the numbers will come. Kylie Mae said, find a YouTube community that helps you learn and grow, such as this Facebook group. And she's talking about a Facebook group that we're in, but that's another thing too that I forgot to mention is find Facebook groups that are kind of like support groups. You can like ask questions about like editing or whatever, and you can support each other as well. This is not those like sub for sub about, you want to avoid those, the whole like, oh, subscribe to me and I'll subscribe to you. Like, that's just a ghost subscriber. That's just another number. That's not going to do anything. YouTube hates it, and that's not good for your channel. But if you find a good support group, like I have a YouTube friend group, then that's definitely helpful. So like I said, I'll have all these creators linked down below, so make sure to go check them out. Also, if you're a creator who just started or you're just about to start your YouTube channel, make sure to comment down below and tell me what kind of content you make, and honestly shout yourself out, because I'd love to check you all out and I can't wait to see your channels thrive this year. So like I said a million times before, comment down below if you want to see a part 2 to this video. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe for daily content this month, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!